Captain Jake Morrison walked through the bright halls of Nexus Prime Station. The massive space station was home to the Galactic Federation, where 12 different alien races worked together. Jake's ship, the New Horizon, had just docked after a long journey from Earth. Jake was tall, with brown hair and kind eyes. He wore a simple blue uniform that looked plain next to the fancy clothes of the aliens around him. Other species wore shiny armor, flowing robes, or colorful medals. Humans always dressed simply. The meeting room was huge. Alien leaders sat in tall chairs that made them look important. Admiral Zegthal was the biggest of them all. The Zolonian warrior stood 9 feet tall with thick arms and crystal-like skin that sparkled in the light. His people were known as the best fighters in the galaxy. Jake cleared his throat and spoke. "Admiral, humanity would like a bigger role in the Federation's military decisions. We want to help protect the galaxy." Zegthal laughed, a deep sound that echoed through the room. "Captain Morrison, humans are good at talking and trading, but fighting? Your people have never shown any real strength in battle. Perhaps you should stick to what you do best." Other alien leaders nodded. The smart Kitharans with their large heads agreed. The mysterious Vorfak, who could see the future, also seemed to think humans were weak. To them, humans were just peaceful traders who moved goods between worlds. Jake kept his face calm, but inside he felt different. "We understand, Admiral, but we still want to help however we can." Far away on Earth, Dr. Lisa Chen worked deep under the Pacific Ocean. Her secret lab was hidden from the rest of the galaxy. She watched screens full of numbers and codes that no alien had ever seen. The room hummed with powerful computers and strange blue lights. Lisa was small but smart. She had been working on Project Silent Watch for 20 years. Around her, other humans worked quietly on machines that looked like nothing the Federation had ever built. Suddenly, alarms rang throughout the galaxy. Ships appeared at the edge of known space. These were not normal ships. They looked like they were alive, with dark metal that moved and twisted. The Devourers had arrived. The alien war fleets rushed to fight them. The proud Zolonian warriors charged forward with their best weapons, but the strange ships ate everything they touched. Planets, moons, even asteroids disappeared into the dark halls of the enemy. Within days, 3 Federation worlds were gone. Millions of aliens fled toward the center of the galaxy, scared and confused. The Great Federation, which had ruled space for 1,000 years, was losing badly. In his quarters on Nexus Prime, Jake received a secret message from Earth. The words were simple but important. Phase 1 protocols are now active. Maintain cover. Jake deleted the message and looked out at the stars. Soon the galaxy would learn what humans could really do.
The Devourers moved faster than anyone expected. In 1 week, they ate 3 more Federation worlds. Refugee ships filled with scared aliens flew toward the safe planets in the center of the galaxy. Children cried as they watched their homeworlds disappear behind them. On the fortress world of Bastion Prime, the Federation's best military minds met in an emergency meeting. General Kexvar, the smartest Zolonian warrior, looked tired and worried. Dr. Thylon, the greatest Kytherian scientist, shook his large head sadly. Even the wise Vorthok seers, who could see the future, had no good news to share. "Our weapons do not work," General Kexvar said. "The Devourers eat our ships and grow stronger. We cannot win this war with normal fighting." On Earth, President Helen Brooks called a secret meeting. She sat in a hidden room deep under the White House. Around the table were people most humans had never heard of. General Patrick Hayes controlled Earth's real army. Admiral Nicole Carter commanded ships that did not officially exist. Dr. Ryan Cooper built weapons that no alien knew about. "The time has come," President Brooks said quietly. "We must show ourselves to save the galaxy." All 5 people voted yes. For 200 years, humanity had been preparing for this day. They had built secret armies, hidden fleets, and weapons beyond anything the Federation could imagine. But they had kept it all secret, pretending to be weak and peaceful. Jake Morrison flew between Federation military bases, still acting like a simple diplomat. But now he had a different job. Hidden scanners in his ship mapped Federation defenses, fleet positions, and command centers. He was not spying to hurt them, but to help. Other humans across the galaxy received secret orders. Traders who looked normal activated hidden communication systems. Colonists on remote worlds powered up weapons they had been hiding for decades. Diplomats began gathering information about every alien ship and base. The worst news came from Kytherian Prime, home world of the smartest species in the galaxy. Billions of aliens watched on their screens as the Devourers surrounded the planet. The Kytherians tried to fight with their best technology, but nothing worked. In just 6 hours, the entire world was gone. Dr. Lisa Chen watched the destruction from her secret lab under Earth's ocean. She typed in a final code on her computer. Across human space, sleeping systems woke up. Hidden bases turned on their lights. Secret shipyards began moving ships that officially did not exist. Young technician Danny Walsh sat in a base on Earth's moon. He looked at his screen and called his boss. "Admiral Carter, we have contact with 7,000 ships that never were built." The human military was finally waking up.
The Federation was losing the war badly. 8 worlds had been eaten by the Devourers, and the alien fleets kept running away. The remaining leaders gathered on Bastion Prime, their strongest fortress world. Many thought this would be their last battle. Zalonian warriors formed a defensive line in space, while Kytherian scientists worked day and night to create new weapons. But everyone looked scared. The mighty Federation, which had ruled the galaxy for 1,000 years, was about to fall. Jake Morrison arrived at Bastion Prime with surprising news. He stood before the worried alien leaders in their great meeting hall. "Humanity wants to help fight the Devourers," he said calmly. "We can send our ships to join your defense." Admiral Zexthal looked desperate enough to accept any help. "Very well, Captain. We need every ship we can get, even if human vessels are not very strong." What happened next shocked the entire galaxy. The human merchant ships that arrived looked normal at first, but then they began to change. Hidden panels opened up to reveal powerful weapons. Armor plating unfolded from secret compartments. The simple diplomatic ship New Horizon transformed into a heavy battle cruiser covered in advanced weapons. Admiral Nicole Carter appeared on the communication screens from her flagship, the Invisible Hand. Behind her were thousands of human warships that seemed to appear from nowhere. These Ghost Fleet ships moved like shadows, barely showing up on alien sensors. "Federation Command, this is Admiral Carter of the Human Defense Fleet. We are ready to engage the enemy." The aliens stared in shock. Where had these ships come from? How had the peaceful humans built such an advanced military force without anyone knowing? The first battle happened at Kepler Nexus. The Devourers expected to find a few scared Federation ships making a last stand. Instead, they found 2,000 human vessels waiting for them. The humans fought differently than any species the galaxy had ever seen. Their ships moved together like parts of one giant machine. When one ship turned left, they all turned left at exactly the same time. Their weapons fired together in perfect patterns that tore through Devourer ships. Commander Lisa Park led a group of human fighter pilots.
Their small ships danced through space like they were controlled by one mind. The Devourers, used to fighting individual enemies, could not handle an enemy that shared thoughts and moved as one. When the battle ended, the humans had won completely. The Devourers were destroyed, while human ships had almost no damage. Jake Morrison smiled slightly as amazed alien officers looked at the battlefield. "Humanity has always been good at learning from others," he said simply. But the aliens were starting to realize they had never really known humans at all.
After the victory at Kepler Nexus, the Federation leaders demanded answers. They called emergency meetings and asked the same question over and over. How did the peaceful humans build such powerful ships? Admiral Zechthel, who once laughed at human military strength, now wanted to know how many ships humanity really had. Jake Morrison decided it was time to tell the truth. In a private meeting with the Federation's top leaders, he dropped all pretense. "For 200 years we have been preparing for this day," he said quietly. "We built ships in secret. We trained soldiers in hidden bases. We prepared to defend the galaxy." The alien leaders sat in stunned silence. Jake continued, "We have shipyards inside asteroids that you never found. We have research labs on planets you thought were empty. We have millions of people who spent their whole lives training to fight, and you never knew they existed." But the biggest shock was still coming. Jake explained that humanity's real army was not just ships and weapons. On 1,000 worlds, humans who looked like normal civilians were actually trained soldiers. The traders who sold goods between planets were intelligence officers. The miners who worked on distant asteroids were military engineers. The communication networks that connected the galaxy had human parts, and humans had been quietly watching everything. Dr. Lisa Chen arrived at Bastion Prime to show the Federation humanity's greatest secret. In a large demonstration room, she activated the Collective Consciousness Network. Suddenly, every human ship, soldier, and commander was connected by invisible quantum links. They could share thoughts and coordinate actions across the entire galaxy in an instant. "This is how we fight as one," Dr. Chen explained to the amazed alien scientists. The Devourers launched their biggest attack yet, heading straight for the core worlds where billions of aliens lived. The Federation prepared for their last stand, but humanity revealed the full truth. Admiral Carter's Ghost Fleet was just the beginning. From hidden bases throughout the galaxy, the real human military appeared. 10,000 ships emerged from asteroid fields, gas clouds, and empty space. 500,000 human soldiers who had trained their entire lives for this moment took command of weapons the Federation had never seen. Each ship moved in perfect harmony with all the others, connected by the mysterious network that let humans share thoughts across space. When the Devourers tried to hack human technology like they had done with Federation systems, they discovered something impossible. Human neural networks could not be broken, copied, or controlled.
The final battle took place at the center of the galaxy, where a massive black hole provided energy for countless stars. The Devourers had built a giant machine there, designed to drain power directly from the black hole itself. If they succeeded, the entire galaxy would collapse, and everything would die. Every remaining Federation ship joined humanity's revealed fleet for the ultimate fight. Catharian warriors fought alongside human soldiers. Vorthax seers coordinated with human tactical networks. For the first time in galactic history, all species worked together as one unified force. The space battle was bigger than anything anyone had ever seen. Thousands of ships from both sides fired weapons that lit up the darkness around the black hole. But the real war was happening in a different place. The Devourer hive mind tried to attack human neural networks directly, sending waves of confusing information to break the connections between human forces. Dr. Lisa Chen, connected to the main network from her command ship, led humanity's defense against this mental attack. While Admiral Carter coordinated the physical battle outside, Lisa fought to keep human minds linked and working together. Jake Morrison, finally revealed as Admiral Morrison and not just a diplomat, led the final assault on the Devourer machine. His team included brave volunteers from every Federation species, showing that humanity's greatest achievement was not hiding their strength, but learning to work with others while keeping their own identity. The climax came when the Devourer hive mind realized something it could not understand. Humans maintained their individual thoughts while working perfectly together. This was impossible for the Devourers, who controlled everything by making all minds think the same way. When faced with beings who chose to cooperate while staying free, the alien collective mind broke apart and stopped working. The giant machine exploded in a brilliant flash of light, and the Devourer ships drifted powerless in space. The galaxy was saved. In the aftermath, the Federation offered humanity leadership positions and great honors. Admiral Morrison politely declined most of them. Humanity returned to their quiet role as traders and diplomats, but now every species knew the truth. The story ended with a new human diplomat arriving at a remote space station, greeting local officials with friendly smiles and simple requests for trade agreements. But everyone watching knew that humanity's true army had never stood down. They had simply returned to watching and waiting, ready to protect the galaxy again, if needed. The galaxy had learned that the quiet species was actually its greatest guardian, hidden in plain sight.